Presented by Listen Headlines. Latest financial news from trusted sources.
New York Times Business. November 16. 7:24 America New York. Oil output is increasing, possibly easing prices, a report says. The International Energy Agency said in its monthly report that oil production was picking up in the United States. New York Times Business. November 16. 7:18 America New York. Hank Paulson calls on U.S. and China to ease tensions. The former Treasury Secretary Hank Paulson will urge President Biden and President Xi Jinping of China to ease tensions, or risk disaster. In a virtual summit, President Biden and President Xi Jinping showed willingness to manage their conflicts, but tensions remain.
Forex Live. November 16. 7:15 America New York. Gold advances to fresh 5-month highs as buyers stay in the hunt of $1,900. Gold trades up to above $1,870, its highest since the 14th of June. There was a bit of a pause in the breakout momentum around $1,868 over the past few sessions, but buyers kept the faith, and we're seeing an extension to the upside push towards $1,870 levels at the moment.
Wall Street Journal Markets. November 16, 7:12 America New York. Bitcoin briefly drops below $60,000 as strong dollar weighs on crypto. Cryptocurrencies slid in overnight trading, with some of the most popular digital tokens losing more than 10% from recent highs. Some investors pointed to the stronger dollar as a catalyst for the fall. Wall Street Journal Markets. November 16, 7:09 America New York. Coinbase, Marathon Digital, Lucid. What to watch when the stock market opens today? Bitcoin, Ether and Dogecoin prices were all down. Crypto stocks were caught in the downdraft. Wall Street Journal Markets. November 16, 7:03 America New York. America's magical oil patch is out of tricks. Shale fields emerged from every crisis cheaper and stronger, but U.S. oil producers may have reached the bottom of the barrel when it comes to finding new cost reductions. Wall Street Journal Markets. November 16, 7:03 America New York. Nvidia versus AMD, coming to a metaverse near you. The two semiconductor companies have upended the established order. They will be battling each other more in the future.
Wall Street Journal U.S. Business. November 16, 7:03 America New York. Nvidia versus AMD, coming to a metaverse near you. The two semiconductor companies have upended the established order. They will be battling each other more in the future. Wall Street Journal U.S. Business. November 16, 7:03 America New York. Home Depot sales rise, continuing pandemic streak. Home Depot's sales in the latest quarter were up 9.8% year-over-year at $36.82 billion, despite supply chain challenges that have disrupted many retailers.
BBC News Business. November 16, 7:03 America New York. Nord Stream 2. Germany halts approval of Russian gas link. Nord Stream 2 has been beset by delays and criticized by many of Germany's allies. Wall Street Journal Markets. November 16, 6:58 America New York. Chinese developers funding lifeline is fraying. Chinese local governments are beginning to exercise stricter control over the use of funds from pre-sold apartments.
New York Times Business. November 16, 6:55 America New York. Amazon to pay $500,000 in California over COVID notifications. The judgment, which is subject to court approval, is in line with a right to know law that was designed to keep workers safe in the pandemic. Rob Bonta, California's Attorney General, speaking outside an Amazon building in San Francisco last week. New York Times Business. November 16, 6:54 America New York. Bankers expect to see a bump in their bonuses. Wall Street firms are likely to pay up to keep their top performers from leaving. Wall Street bankers can expect their bonuses to increase by 20% or more. Wall Street Journal U.S. Business. November 16, 6:45 America New York. Pfizer licenses promising COVID-19 pill to UN-backed nonprofit. The manufacturing agreement is the second by Medicine's patent pool aiming to boost supplies of a pill to prevent COVID-19 infections from turning severe.
Global Economy. November 16, 6:31 America New York. U.S. gunboat diplomacy in Asia is missing firepower on trade. Washington's absence from deals such as CPTPP lets Beijing dominate economic governance in region.
Forex Live. November 16th. 6:16 America New York. Dollar holds slightly firmer so far on the day. The greenback sits higher across the board. Except against the pound, the dollar momentum may have cooled for a bit towards the end of last week and in the early stages of this week, but it has certainly not let up, especially with EUR/USD continuing to make fresh lows since July last year.
Wall Street Journal U.S. Business. November 16th. 6:01 America New York, Bad Bets, Episode 6. How the Enron Task Force Built Its Case Against CEO Ken Lay. Wall Street Journal U.S. Business. November 16th. 6 o'clock America New York, Cardinal Health to test drone delivery to pharmacies. The pilot program with drone operator Zipline aims to speed replenishment of medical supplies and could trim shipping costs.
Forex Live. November 16th. 5:39 America New York. Bitcoin slips below $60,000 for the first time in over 2 weeks. Bitcoin dips below $60,000. First time since the 1st of November. The $60,000 mark will be one to watch going into the daily close, as it holds a psychological importance, but the 27th to the 28th of October lows around $58,000 will also be regarded as key technical support at the moment on the charts.
Wall Street Journal U.S. Business. November 16th. 5:30 America New York, shoppers likely boosted spending last month, taking on higher prices. Economists estimate retail sales rose by 1.5% in October, which would mark a solid start to the holiday shopping season. Wall Street Journal U.S. Business. November 16th. 5:30 America New York, in inflation denial? You're not alone in wanting to keep your budget the same. Americans haven't had to worry about inflation for decades. Some still aren't. Wall Street Journal U.S. Business. November 16th. 5:30 America New York, COVID-19 insurance lawsuits move toward high-stakes phase. Represented by law firms with deep experience in insurance coverage disputes, big companies are preparing for dragged-out legal fights.
Wall Street Journal Markets. November 16th. 5:30 America New York, in inflation denial? You're not alone in wanting to keep your budget the same. Americans haven't had to worry about inflation for decades. Some still aren't.